Thank you for the opportunity to coach you. And normally, the coaching section would be confidential, but because this is for my final, this session will not be confidential. It will be a 10 to 15 minute session. So tell me, what do you want us to start on today?
Just keeping my moral fiber at hand and priority in my life because I have been evicted. I do know how to get money on the streets, and it's real easy, and it's the path of least resistance because I know what to do, and I don't want to have to do that. I need help. Just staying afloat and having my integrity and my respect. I need help.
Okay, so with you keeping your moral fiber, what actions are you taking to not do the stripping?
The stripping. Everybody's hiring. Pastor Hardy just talked about that. Everybody's hiring. Go get a job. I don't have ID. Haven't had ID in 3 years. $12.50 hard to come by. But I can do something strange and get 20. Does that make sense? But what I'm going to do is ask for some help from this church and go get me a job, a real clock in, clock out job.
Okay, so you're saying that the ID is what's keeping you from being able to help you with your moral fibers. Is that correct?
Yes.
So what are you doing to be able to attain your ID?
Nothing, because I can't think of anything decent to get that $12.50.
So $12.50 is what's having you to think about doing, you said something strange for a little change. So, and you said no ID. So with a job search, with the no ID, can you still search for a job without the ID?
Sure you can, because the South was great back in the day. You could call and they have it ready for you, or get it when you get it, but you're going to work right now. I don't know how it's been. I haven't been in the workforce in like 10 years, but everywhere I've been going, Dollar Tree's hiring, Taco Bell's hiring, and they need people now. So I hope that they can at least get me in, and then when I get the monies, to get the ID.
Okay, so you said that these different places are hiring. Have you went to them?
Yes.
Have you made a plan?
Yes.
You have went?
Yes, and I have an interview tomorrow at 3 p.m. at Dollar Tree, Gallatin Road.
Okay, so you have an interview tomorrow at 3 p.m. on Gallatin Road?
Yes.
Okay, so what is your goal into going in and being able to make this job, to get this job for yourself?
My goal is to use all of my resources, and my main resource is Richard Mitchell, my dad, who is not on my birth certificate. You know why? Get him to buy the shoes, buy the khakis, and reimburse him his monies. Now, once I get the job, get somewhere where it's rent-free, like the Women's Mission. But I think I've been banned from the Women's Mission, and I got to get somebody to get me back in there, or just stay in the van with my dad, live in the back of the van with my dad. Did that make sense?
Yes. So you said that you're going to use your resources to be able to get the job, and you're going to give one of your resources is going to get your khaki pants and your shoes, and if you get the job, then you're going to repay them.
Yes.
So what step are you going to do in case you don't get the job?
Continue job hunting where they have signs. We need workers all shifts. Go to those places first. And the Taco Bell on East Trinity Lane, that's not a bus route, but you got to walk from Love's, Cumberland Inn, all the way down there. That's not a problem. But keep going to places where there's papers in the door saying we need help right now.
Okay. So
and the Hell World is hiring on Gallatin Road across from Kroger.
Okay, so right now, what mind state are you going to be in to keep you from going back with your moral fiber? How are you going to keep yourself motivated not to go backwards?
Okay, I know with dealing with the streets, prostitution, drugs, and all this here, it kind of goes hand in hand with money. I'm not getting high if I don't have no money. But what I'm saying is my mental state has to be set on, it's the weather. Mm-hmm. You can't be reindeer gaming this time in this type of weather. You can get a room for a night, but you can't sell your body for no $500 a month unless you get into a business like stripping, but I can't because I have prostitution charges. So my mindset is collect this money, Ariel. I'm on financial suspension in school. Pay that semester and get back in school. I withdrew because my next check was going to be 5 racks. And I wasn't doing nothing with the money, so I went and withdrew, thinking I was doing it right. And then they put me on financial suspension. So my mental health state, my mind state is going to be, and I take mental health meds, is get this money and get you someplace to live and get your children back. Now my mental state is, this is not a game. No one wants your children. No one wants you. Do this for yourself. And the topic for today, the subject for today was, when you're weak, like I'm weak right now, is really when you're strongest. Because you're going to keep fighting until you get what you need.
Okay, so you said that the topic of today was when you're weak, then you're strong. So how are you going to feed off your strength to be able to continue to live and continue to press forward to get your children back? What plan do you have to just rely on your strength?
They told me I got to do 4 things: rehab, mental health, job, and housing. The housing's gone. But in 5 years, they finna tear down Casey anyway. Casey got to go. So, like you said, pay that NES bill, Metro Water Works, they don't know nothing about this. My mama just got her place, and she just finding out how much the stuff costs. Richard's been knowing, but my point is, getting my mind set to where I can put a stash up, save some money, show them what I have done, because I'm thinking by the 1st of February, it's a 45-day program, get out March 15th, in the beginning of spring, that's down. And then everything else will have to come. They're gonna have to understand that I gotta go move back in with my mama and bring fat mama. But if I can do well longer than the time to get fat mama, because once I get fat mama, for some reason I retract. I go back, getting high and shit, because I did what I was supposed to do. But if I can continue doing this with support, coaches, and say, Ariel, you're deviating, something's wrong, you weren't like this before, to continue the good things by staying around people who are of like minds. Because if you go to the barbershop long enough, you're going to get your hair cut.
So, I heard you say that once you complete the task that they've asked you to do, so the problem is that once you complete it, you feel like you've done what they've asked you to do.
Yeah.
So now you are back on, I can do what I want to do.
I can do what I want to do.
So, okay, so what plan are you going to put in place for a life map, not to go back, not to put in your head that I'm in a state that I can do what I want to do?
I've never, when I got this apartment now in James Casey, I got on through Park Center. Miss Pedcock got me on. I had to appeal because my background was so ugly. But now, even with urban housing solution that used to be for the felons and the prisoners and stuff, they want too much. And at that time, you're not going to be able to get it. And the South used to be, I want this. Okay, then you say in here we get the money. It's not like that no more. So I'm going to have to stay around people like my dad, church members, Cleo's talking about moving to Israel the end of April. People like this, just to keep me in the minds, in the movement of that. I hope I'm answering you right, because this is for me too. Mm-hmm. Standing around people like mine, people who are not worried about drugs, don't know nothing about it. They ain't worried about it. Marijuana either. Marijuana's a trick. It's a trick. It's a trick. Just standing around people of like mind. Cigarettes too. It's a trigger too. It's that lighter. It's that lighter. Anyway, standing around people of like minds. Standing around people who can tell, you know, Aria, something's wrong. Something's wrong with you today. I don't know what it is. And people who are not scared to talk. If you got to stay on top of a person, be around people like them.
So so I hear you saying that you really, once you complete your step, you really need somebody else to put another step in play for you.
In play for me.
Because you do better, right? You do better with steps.
With steps,
yes.
I do.
So, so our goal is to do this. Is that we're gonna get you. So I want you to think about getting somebody who can, you know, put them steps in. Come and figure out what steps that you need on the after fact. So that it would be able to help you to stay afloat without being able to go back to your more fibers.
Right.
So was I helpful for you today?
Yes. Being able to hear myself say it and to be able to hear what I'm going to do, and someone's not accountable, somebody knows what I said, and now I'm kind of obligated to you.
Yes.
And that shit works too. It works too.
Yes.
Because then it's like, nah, you ain't doing what I said, and you fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you helped me. And today's Sunday, the interview's tomorrow, and I can get up, crack of dawn, and put in more applications anyway, and explain and interview why I don't have mine. You did great, and I understand.
So, let's say, in the morning, tell me, how are you gonna feel in the morning? Are you nervous about in the morning?
No.
How do you feel?
In the morning, I'm gonna wake up and know 3 more places where it has hiring on the door. Go to those places, and by 3 o'clock, be somewhere on Gallatin Road to catch that bus to go to Dollar Tree and get that job.
Good.
It's simple.
Well, I thank you for this opportunity again, and please know that I am praying with you for tomorrow. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that, but I am praying with you on tomorrow, and I am going to be checking in on you to make sure that you are doing your approach and doing your steps.
Thank you.
Thank you.